cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee to get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brides. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Better, petty, don't matter. Far as that teller tatter, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been in prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky. Get about my face, wearing that monkey. We not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo, no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blisters.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz first play going right to the air. That's out. And right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a third and 12. Wentz now to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at their own 37. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on third and fourth downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Evans has it left side. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Well, I mean, Mike Evans, he's been an elite receiver for some time now. And part of that, Charles, certainly what he can do once the ball is in his hands.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield. So the quarterback makes a nice decision. Just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
Back to throw, Watson. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Touchdown! Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
From the 27, Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Chubb will try the middle here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Evans in motion left. They run it again with Chubb, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young drops it for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 17-0 our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gibson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Gibson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A give running right, Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz gonna throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Wentz to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He's at the 50. The 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
Now Chubb running right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give running right is Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by York is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Chubb on second down. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's second and 9. Now it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
This is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Once more, Gibson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards there on a Washington first. And this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Play action. Now Wentz. Now quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a room to maneuver. The 20.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 13. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Wentz now to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Wentz now on first down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down by John Johnson. No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted.
takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Gibson again.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.